Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video, and I guess we are speed running to see how quickly Sony can destroy all of their goodwill on PC. Obviously, coming off the heels of the Helldivers 2 saga, we have the Ghost of Tsushima saga, and this is certainly not as publicized as the Helldivers 2 saga. The Helldivers 2 saga was legitimately one of the biggest gaming stories of the year. I'm not gonna say the biggest gaming story of the year, because to me personally, I feel like Microsoft shutting down all of those studios, especially Tango, is a bigger story, and then there have been other things, but that's the recent one that really sticks out. But gaming is very much like what has happened recently, and obviously Helldivers 2, that saga happening recently, does stick out to me, but Ghost of Tsushima is getting quite a lot of buzz, and now we have yet another layer to the game. Now, if you remember when Ghost of Tsushima was initially announced and we started getting more information about the game, they had noted that they were going to optimize the game for running on portable gaming PCs like a Steam Deck. However, when it comes to Ghost of Tsushima Legends, it will not be playable on the Steam Deck. And in fact, the game notes that it is unsupported on the Steam Deck, and that is because Ghost of Tsushima Legends will require Windows access and you need to link your PlayStation Network account, noting we know many of you are eager to play Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut on handheld gaming devices like the Steam Deck. We're happy to share that the single-player experience, including the Iki Island expansion, can be enjoyed on Steam Deck and similar handheld gaming PCs, as we've worked extensively to optimize performance and deliver the best possible experience on these devices. You may notice that Steam marks the game as unsupported for Steam Deck. This is due to the Legends co-op multiplayer mode requiring Windows to access PlayStation Network integrated features. So yes, if you're playing on the deck, you are getting a lesser experience. Now, is it the biggest deal in the world? I feel like we're talking about Ghost of Tsushima Legends, and it's not the fact that people are going to be unable to play Legends if you don't connect your PlayStation Network account. It's the fact that this game has been now delisted on several regions, and it's also the fact that it's just absolutely unnecessary, and where I think the PC gaming audience differs from the console gaming audience, if something similar to this happened in console gaming, what would have happened was the audience around consoles, I really believe this, would have been like, what's the big deal? It's not that big of a deal. This doesn't matter. And they would just look at it inside a vacuum. That is what I feel like the console audience really fails at, unlike the PC audience. I think the PC audience is very much looking at things at a bigger picture, whereas the console audience, they very much look at things inside a vacuum and a singular instance. That's what they're doing a lot of cases, and I could go on a tangent about how I feel like they do that over and over again, but looking at things inside of a vacuum, while it's fine in specific scenarios, in an instance like this, I really do give a lot of credit to the PC gaming audience, because they can utilize more than a single brain cell and realize that it's not the biggest deal in the world in those specific regions where Tsushima is available and you can still buy the game. Most people in a vacuum are looking at it like, okay, I just care about the single player game. I don't really care about multiplayer. If you looked at it just in a vacuum in this singular instance. However, again, I give you guys credit that you can look at the bigger picture, because this will have long-term ramifications for PC gaming. You guys call this crap out, where I feel like other audiences wouldn't call crap like this out. Let's just be real here, and I saw this whenever I talked about Helldivers, whenever I talked about Ghost of Tsushima. A lot of people bring it up that Sony effed with the wrong audience here. They're very much used to serving, and PlayStation does a great job. They do a great work with their consoles, but a lot of the times, the PlayStation audience is so entrenched into that PlayStation ecosystem that they let a lot of stuff from Sony and PlayStation just slide because they're so invested into PlayStation as a brand. That's not really the case on PC, where, it's very nice. People enjoy having the PlayStation games on PC, but it's PlayStation entering their wheelhouse. It's not them entering PlayStation's wheelhouse, and when they see that this stuff is happening, they look at it from the bigger picture. Oh, what does this mean for future games? What does this mean for, if we let this slide, are you gonna eventually get to the point where games like, I don't know, a God of War Ragnarok are just entirely gonna require PlayStation account linking just to be playable? I don't think they can get that far, because that pretty much negates offering the game on Steam Deck and ROG Ally and those portable PC gaming platforms, which those are popping off and have a significant audience. So do you want to negate the game? However, I will say, in an alternate world where this game didn't need to connect to PlayStation account linking and didn't have that, this game probably would be Steam Deck verified. And you want games to be Steam Deck verified. I'm not gonna say having the Steam Deck verified checkmark is as powerful as having an overwhelmingly positive reception, but stuff like that goes a long way. Having a very positive reception, and now this game is probably gonna get hit with some negative reviews. Let's be real, especially if the PlayStation Network account linking has some issues, it's probably gonna get hit with some negative reviews. That's just the reality. We'll see where it settles at. I have a lot of faith in Nix's doing a great port. I don't have any worry about that. I think they're going to do a killer job with it, and I think the game itself speaks for itself. The single-player component is awesome, the open world is great, and Legends is fairly decent, but Legends isn't the reason people are excited about Ghost of Tsushima. But again, credit to the PC gaming audience, because they can utilize multiple brain cells and realize that in a vacuum, maybe they don't care that much about Legends. Unless you're in those regions where PlayStation Network just isn't supported, then yeah, you care about it in a vacuum that Legends requires PlayStation Network account linking. But for those of you that are in the regions where you can do PlayStation Network account linking and you can play Ghost of Tsushima fine, some of you guys are still annoyed by this because you can look at it from the bigger picture. You can look at it in totality of what this could mean for the future, and you don't want to hand off that kind of power to Sony and PlayStation, which I think is very, very intelligent. Good job for those of you that are in that category, because you never want to give the corporation too much power. You have to give them some power because at the end of the day, you are consuming their product. But remember that you guys are also the ones that have the choice to consume their product, and they should be wanting to deliver the best product possible to as many people as possible with as many consumer-friendly practices as possible. If this game had PlayStation Network account linking optional and it was just something that, hey, you'll get an extra skin, or hey, you'll get trophy support baked into the game, then nobody would care. People would be like, all right, great, it's available. Nobody really gives a crap. And maybe some people would have linked their PlayStation Network accounts, but once you make things mandatory, we all know how this story goes. It's about how far can you push it? How far can you get away with it? Could it be in a world, because I don't put it past no one, could they be like, hey, you want to play Ghost of Tsushima Legends? We got a subscription service for you. How about you sign up for PlayStation Plus Essential? Because you know for a fact, if they could do that, they absolutely would do that. Don't even kid yourself into thinking they wouldn't do that. It's because they know if they do that, oh, they're gonna get crapped on all day long. That's why they're not doing that. But if they could get away with it, you think they wouldn't do that? You're lying to yourself if you think they wouldn't do that. They absolutely would do that. I think paying to play online is absolute trash as it is with PlayStation Plus Essential. Online play should be free, but you better believe if they could get away with it, they absolutely would. So don't kid yourself as far as that's concerned. Some of you guys are, you know, intelligent enough to realize that these companies don't have your best interest in mind. They have their, you know, checkbook in mind. They have their balance sheets in mind, and rightfully so. That's what corporations got to do, but you got to be intelligent enough as the consumer to call stuff like this out, and it's good to see that people have been calling them out. A lot of credit to the PC gaming audience in the last month or two with the Helldivers 2 thing and now this, you know, being able to utilize multiple brain cells, because sometimes I feel like certain sectors of the gaming audience can't, and again, I've talked up PlayStation several times. I think they put out some of the best games on the market, but when they do crap, you gotta call it out, and that's how you're gonna get the best world as a consumer, and that's what you should be worried about. You shouldn't care about these companies' balance sheets and how much money they're making. It is good to know, and obviously it's data to assess how financials are going, especially sales numbers for new IPs and things of that nature. I obviously want new IPs and games to do well and to sell well, but if they're doing something to hinder the consumer, that needs to be called out as well. But that's going to do it for me. Let me know all your thoughts in the comments section down below. As always, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.